The infiltration.
The infiltration, that's right. Yeah. That's funny. I guess we're okay. So we're live on Facebook and TikTok now, which is awesome. So nice to be actually on air with you.
Yes, this is awesome.
This is amazing.
For a first.
I know. Well, because every time I get on here, it's really funny because Dave likes to talk about what Connor said, and then I'm like, okay, and I've seen you guys on talking about what I've said. You know what I mean? So this is awesome.
Almost verbatim, right?
Yeah, 100%. Right. So it's nice to be here with you. Now, what are you seeing today? Because Dave and I were just talking about how they just seem really lifeless today.
Lack of energy, I think, for sure.
Yeah.
You see a lot of after the play. You'd love to see. I mean, the scrums and the half fights can be here or there, but it's nice to see when you feel the effort and they're actually trying to, someone bumps into you and you want to.
That's one of the first things I think I noticed too, Connor, was we're chasing everybody. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like we're not first to the puck. We're not. You know what I mean? And you combine that with some weird passing and stuff like that, and all of a sudden we're chasing, pretty much all the time, and a lot of turnovers going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Which is just sloppy and slow.
It is.
I think right now.
You lose a lot of the foot races too.
Now, do you think that's got anything to do with them playing 4 games in 6 days last week?
I think it does for sure. It's a stacked weekend. What kind of teams, other than the OHL, are going back to back to back on the weekend?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you get 2 days of rest to come back home and reset and do it all again.
Sure.
Against a team that you just had trouble with on Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
And now you're back in their face and trying to figure it out again.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think they clearly look a little gassed at the moment.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that's something like? Is there a conditioning challenge with the team as it is? Because I'm also seeing a lot of new faces out there getting quite a lot of ice time. Dunn, I've seen him get a fair amount of ice time. Olivier Romain, he's had a fair amount of ice time in this game too. And these are like younger guys.
Yeah.
Certainly not as, I guess conditioned as some of our, stronger players.
Right.
Do you think it's maybe a conditioning problem?
I think it affects it. You look at a guy like Romain and see how he spent his team with, unfortunately, the Legionnaires this season, and how maybe that could probably tie
super tall dude, though.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. He's got a great frame.
Sure he does.
Very skinny, though, very lanky. So
get a few Big Macs into him, and he might actually have a little better effort.
That's right,
going on.
Win some good puck battles in the corner. It'd be nice to put some weight on him. But yeah, I could see how even coming from a team like that is probably a little bit. Maybe it's a good thing, right? You walk into a Sting that aren't doing as bad as the Legionnaires.
And we've seen it in the past, though. When you get young guys that we're calling up. OHL, it really is a different pace altogether.
Yeah.
So, that's got to be hard to get used to.
Oh, definitely.
It's stepping up your game to that level sort of thing, right?
Even like when Sarver Jaworski steps in, you can tell it's probably a whole other step for him as playing on the first line for the Legionnaires and then stepping in and being, and even just getting limited minutes on the fourth line. It's a whole other world.
Yeah, for sure. But I think, right now we're 3-0, 3-0 right now for Flint. And I just want to say, honestly, I don't think it's Quinlan's problem. I don't think it's his fault. Those goals were a real breakdown in defense. He's actually, I can't remember what the shots on goal count is at the moment, but, he's certainly turning away his fair share of saves. But, with clear defensive breakdowns, he's going to let in a couple.
Yeah, he made the first save, and I think on all 3 of those goals, I think every single one was a rebound that bounced off to the side, and you see a defenseman sitting there kind of like looking around, where am I? You're in front of the net. That's where you got to get a body out of there, and it's too many guys in front in Quinlan's blue paint, and I'm sure he's not happy about it.
Yeah, for sure. And that brings up another thing I always ask myself, just sitting around as a fan in the stand thinking I know everything, right? Is why is it that when we're on the forward rush, we don't have somebody in their crease hassling their goalie? Yeah. But every other team in the league seems to have just a joyous time messing with our goalies.
It's like
I don't understand that.
All the time and space in the world. At the start of the year, it looked like we might have added a little bit of size, and now it's towards the end of the season, and you start to see what your roster looks like. And still lacking that size that all the other team. Like you got to look at the guy like Nathan Aspinall. I think he's 6'7".
Oh, for sure.
Any other like
super strong player.
Gabriel
too,
Eliason on the Barrie Colts. Like it seems almost everyone has a player that's above 6'5", 200 some odd pounds.
There's a bunch of really. I mean, there is definitely some size in the O this year for sure.
Or even like a record breaker like Alexander Karamowski. He was 7 feet tall and ended up playing with the North Bay Battalion.
For sure.
I think he got his one game against us too, actually. So
did he? Yeah.
We've gotten our fair share of big players, and it's sad to see sometimes because they deserve better, and they deserve someone like that who's strong and, and can cement themselves in front of the net. I think they kind of wanted a little bit of that out of Brendan Lammons, but he's got a good frame to him. But I think just a little more weight would probably just a little more nastiness. I think is what you need.
Sure.
It's the tough job, and no one wants to do it, but you're highly revered if you do.
For sure. And I mean, I'm sitting in our section, and I'm actually be sitting next to Jordan Bax's girlfriend. Right. And so we're laughing and chatting.
He's one of those guys.
But he's one of those guys. Right. I love that you brought that up because he's certainly one of those guys that's got a little bit of size, and he's super confident with being a little pesty. And I think that's one of the things that we really miss. I mean, we watch enough Hunter hockey in this barn, when London comes to visit, and they're the kings of pesty playing, right?
But how successful it is.
But it's very successful. You're absolutely right. And I think we just need a little more grit to some of our guys. Now, granted, some of our guys are still pretty young, right? I mean, I like the direction we're going. I like the trades and some of the upgrades and investments that the management team and the coaching staff have put into these guys. So I think we're going in the right direction, but I think we're still, sort of at the very young stage of this team. Is that
I would agree.
That too?
And I think it's nice to see a little bit of change of pace, but you see some trades that didn't really fall through or haven't worked out so far with Ryan Brown going over to the Knights and absolutely lighting it up. And we've only seen Logan Howery for one game right now. And
that's a tough one, right? For sure.
It wasn't what Dylan Sika wanted to happen, but you're seeing that now. And it'd be nice to have a guy like Ryan Brown back to put some goals in the net.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely one of the places where we're lacking. We're getting a lot. Even in the last half a dozen games, we're getting shots on goal, but they're not necessarily that kind of quality kind of stuff. Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's exactly.
One of the things I noticed too, again, just fan in the stands, think I know everything. I should be coaching these guys.
Tell me about it.
Right? But I mean, what's with the sharp angle shots?
Yeah.
They get in so deep in those corners, and they're trying to take a shot from a really, really high risk angle, right?
Like a 25 degree,
and there's no chance. Absolutely, right? It's these really super sharp angle stuff, and why are we not taking a little more at the slot, and that kind of thing, a little higher and better chances at a rebound than the other thing, right? So
definitely, you have experienced OHL goalies who are taking those shots in practice 100 times a day. That's textbook saves. It's pretty hard for them to give up a pass.
It's a low percentage shot for sure.
It is. And you see, I think we have 19 shots, but again, you talk about high quality. None of those have really been. They've never made Vakari work too hard, and it's just a bummer.
Yeah. No, for sure. Anyway,
we're getting set up here.
Are we getting set up here because it slipped on us? Some producer guy.
Behind the scenes here.
So I guess then the big questions are really things like what are we going to do to turn this around? Do you think there's a chance for the third period?
I think there is. It's a 3-goal game, but how many times have you seen a game like this where it's 3 goals that we've been in the lead, and it's like you're just sitting there waiting for them to.
So I don't know enough about Matthew Turcotte, but any idea what? Like, how is he in the locker room? Have you heard anything about that? Because I'm just interested, what he might be saying back there right now.
Yeah. He seems to be a fly on the wall for that conversation. It would be amazing.
That would be great.
He's been a bit of a quiet guy, right? We've only got the one post-game press conference, and I think he did an interview with York Sports TV. And other than that, you don't.
But he's also on the bench, though. He's certainly far more talkative with his players on the bench than we ever saw out of Letang.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I think he's certainly very encouraging and very, you know, animated back there, which I like that. I like that he's interacting with the guys on the bench.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Making those small corrections as we go.
I think a lot of them have that too with Baptista. It seems to be pretty vocal, and even Braden Guy, such a young guy, but he seems to be getting pretty comfortable behind the bench and, and finding his position, and just hope to see him get even better next year.
See other parts of I like where the road we're going on. You know what I mean? I'm excited for next year. You know, I'm excited to see how we finish off in the season, because I think, you know, there's still lots of hockey. Well, not a lot of hockey, but there's still some hockey to play.
Games, right?
You know, there's still a chunk of games left to play. So, I mean, who knows? You know, if we can kind of start turning this around a little bit.
We're not too far off of Saginaw's tail. We're just hoping that they can falter off a little bit.
Well, let's hope so.
You don't want to be banking on someone else's unfortunes, but sometimes you gotta.
Perfect. What else do we want to say about today?
Thanks to Dave for letting us do this.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just going to be us permanently now. So thanks, Dave. Everyone, he'll be gone from now on.
Yeah, for sure. That's funny. Yeah, I remember, honestly, when I first started doing this with Dave, probably 10, 11 years ago or so now, I ran into him on a First Friday in downtown Sarnia, and he comes up to me and he goes, Packham, he says, I don't know what to do. He says, I don't know what to do. They just signed me up to do this thing with the Sting, and I can probably spell sports 3 out of 5 times.
That's his favorite line.
I'm like, so he asked me if I would, you know, sort of join him back when we were doing it from down in the far corner there.
Oh, you've been in every corner of this
arena. We've been in every corner of this arena. It's been fun. But, off and on over the 10 years, 11 years now, I think it's been... So, been a ton of fun. So, thanks, Dave, for that. But we've decided to take over, man. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
You know what you got to do there?
You know what it is.
Yeah.